Good morning. Welcome to Frank's School. I think what I'm filming is called a boiling of vultures. I think I tried to count them. You can almost never do that, but I think I got 33, or they're all moving. Don't understand vulture social life as well as I maybe could. Oh, there's a few more down there. Anyway, I thought, why don't I film that? But I'm going to head on my way to show you an update on Frazier Mill. This might also be of some interest. I have a difficult crossing here where the iron ore was stripped coming up the hill. And these are old pallet inserts that I had gotten, and I used them as extreme mulch, but now they're broken up, and they actually seem to work pretty well to, in a biodegradable way, toughen up soil that gets wet. We'll see when it gets wet again. Okay, Frazier Mill update. I'm standing right at Erica Falls. Amazingly, here at the very end of August, beginning of September, really, the water is still flowing over this head race. Let me turn here slowly and show that where the water is coming from, and it's been an amazingly wet, or at least drought-free summer. All right, down there, those blackened logs are new. As a matter of fact, I did some cleaning up. I'm going to walk down around there and give you a little bit of a close-up. You might easily say, well, what's the big deal? I don't see anything. Well, it's going to be quite a project. I'll zoom in, maybe that'll help a little bit, but you'll understand better when I get down there. Those logs are much heavier than I had thought. Also, I'm almost certain that they are American chestnut. Well, we'll walk down there and take a look. Oh, okay, while I'm here, there's the two I'll zoom again. Those are the two roof benches for a three-legged windmill, a cloth-sailed windmill. That's developing right along too, but that'd be another story. All right, these timbers, much heavier and bigger than I had thought. As you can see, the charring only goes in about a ½ inch. So they're actually going to be quite healthy, I think. And I've got to sort them out. Also, you can see that they're hand hewn. I'm not sure if you can see here why I suspect they're chestnut. Well, I think partly there you can see that chestnut color. But it's partly because if they were oak, they would be even heavier. So these, my friend Adam, who's enormously strong, and I managed to get some of them on the pickup truck and then backed down there. I'll show you about that later. But anyway, let me remind you that there are 3 buildings here. 2 of them burned, and one, as I see now, I'd probably have a third of the barn here. I'm not sure. There were 2 sheds, and then some of them are down there. We'll get down to that pile as well. Those are the 2 that burned. And then there's another one that I tore down that's buried in grass at the moment. Here's the second pile. I think my neighbor whose barn this was, he brought them to me in, I think it was 3 dump truck loads, and dumped them in 3 spots. And it's a little hard to tell how much is here because the grass has grown up around it. I gotta always say to myself, turn slowly. Up there is the remains of the second building. These 2 piles right here are from his barn. That's a lot of wood. My plan is to have my neighbor Andy take his little backhoe, and set it up here and just pick every timber up. Just pick it up a little bit, maybe drag it just a little bit to get it free of the grass. And then, believe it or not, I think that they're the braces to the third building, the one that didn't burn, and here are the posts. I had started to sort that out, and that's what I'm going to use as the superstructure for Frazier Mill. But what goes underneath it will be from that barn. And this again is more from that building that did not burn. And I'll have, same thing, if Andy uses his backhoe, he can pick this stuff up and I'll get it free of the grass and further sort it out. And I think I was saying, believe it or not, I think I can single-handedly get those beams down to the site. I'll show you how I think I can do that. One end and then the other, and set up a kind of a rail to take it along, and then going across that makeshift bridge. Adam, the strong man, and I brought these and set them here ready to roll across that bridge. These are pine. You can tell partly because of the way the bugs ate them away. And they were meant as the plate, which you can tell because of the way it was mortised out to receive the rafters. I have the rafters, and there's two more pieces that I know of to these plates. And when I put them together, I'll be able to begin to figure out the dimensions of the building. I don't even know that yet. This is one of the massive sills from that building that did not burn. This is one of the, I think this is the beam across the end. Okay, and my plan then is to, Matthew and I brought this one over here. We didn't have much trouble really with it. And then we did that without the truck. And then these, which I've begun to gather up here, I was able to back the truck in there. It finally got dry enough that I dared to do that without getting stuck. But the problem, or one of the problems of this, is there's a ditch there which will carry water. There'll be a water wheel right there. There's a ditch here which certainly will carry water, and there'll be a higher speed impact water wheel there. And I plan to put this mill between those two ditches. But the timbers are longer than that. So basically it's going to be a study in cantilevering. But I've got to get the beams here first and begin to study them. And I think my plan is going to be to go down to the end and approximate the height, establish level, and approximate the height for the far end of this mill. And then start to lay the timbers on there from the burned buildings. Then I'll go to the one which did not burn, which is much heavier and more massive, although fewer timbers. All right, I think maybe that's, I'll just walk down here a little bit and then I'll end. I mean, what we were getting were the short ones that we could actually manage to lift. And here you can see better why I say I think this is chestnut. All right, bye for now. I said bye for now, but it occurred to me that it might be worth it to also show you this from down here to give a little bit better idea of, I don't know what to call it's not a problem, my opportunity, let me call it. All right, let me try again. Bye for now.